Dawn of the Dead was shot in the winter of 1978, primarily at the Monroeville Mall in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. With a budget of $1.5 million, it grossed over $60 million, which would be over $230 million today. Of course, it was written and directed by the iconic George A. Romero, and starring Ken Foree, Scott Reiniger, David Emge, and Galen Ross. Dawn is considered by many to be the greatest zombie film ever made. Dawn is episode 1 of my new collection series called Compulsive Collector. And this episode is about multiple dipping and the way I collect physical media. Hey everybody, Agoraphobe here, your friendly neighborhood compulsive collector, and thank you for coming to episode 1 of this compulsive collector series. I'm going to start out with one of my favorite movies. You're going to find out that I only multiple dip or double dip or however many times my very favorite movies. I'm going to start out right now with Dawn of the Dead. Like I said, I have 6 different versions, so I guess you'd call that a 6-tuple dip. Alright, now let me justify multiple dipping. Multiple dipping to me is justified. I mean, you're not going to see me get 5-6 different versions of the exact same copy. Same movie maybe, different copy. For instance, best way I can justify it is different releases from different companies may have, maybe director's cuts, extended cuts, all that kind of stuff, which Dawn of the Dead has all of those, of course, but they don't have the same special features. One may be Blu-ray, maybe one be 4K, the other one may be DVD, you might have VHS, which I used to have VHS of this, no longer do, but anyway, that's how I justify it. A lot of people, they'll get a better version and they'll flip it. I don't like to do that. I'm not sure exactly why. Like I said, I just like to keep them for several reasons. And flipping's cool, as long as you're not flipping it to make a huge gain, or to rip off your fellow collectors, like charging 2, 3, 4 times what you actually paid for it, regardless of what it's worth. Don't do that to fellow collectors. Be cool. Don't be a scalper. Alright, now let me start with this. One of the very first versions I ever got, this is a DVD. Of course, this is the Argento cut. It's from Anchor Bay DVD. Really old one. I do believe this was 2005. And it's pretty bare bones. It's got some features here. As you can see, the only one it has is the Argento cut. Pretty simple. Next is a version that I traded for. I got this. This is still one of my favorites. This is the Ultimate Edition of Dawn of the Dead. I actually traded this. I got this. And what I traded is that overly expensive, out of print Anchor Bay Blu-ray. And I'll show you why here in a couple minutes. But this is really cool. I wanted this. I was able to get all these copies and all these cuts and these features and then some that the Anchor Bay Blu-ray didn't have. Lots of features. Like for instance this. Got a kick-ass comic of it. Very cool. Very good condition. Over here, another feature that Blu-ray didn't have. Regardless of what it's worth, I don't collect for value. I collect for sentimental value. Right here you got a map of the mall. Of course, right there you got your features and all of the distinctions of the European version, all the different documentaries. Over here is the theatrical version, or also known as the director's cut, the Romero version. Extended edition, which is known as the really long one. And here you got the 3 different discs. Fourth including the documentary. Like I said, I preferred this over the Anchor Bay Blu-ray. So I just didn't see any point, because the next ones I have 2 versions of this. I won't get into explaining how all that happened, but I have an open one, I have an unopened one. Both the same thing, except for one is all region, the other one is just region B. The all region being the more rare one. This is the all region one. And I'll show you what's in it, what's in this one. Same, like I said, same thing, except for one's all region, the other one's region B. This being the all region, you can see it right there, region O for all. I got a booklet here, also comes with a poster. One side it looks like this. So you got the Blu-ray of the theatrical cut, aka Romero cut. And then you got another one, it's another version of it. Only the Arrow one is the only one I've ever seen that has one, because usually the director cut is the theatrical cut. So there's 2 versions there, and you got the Argento cut. No extended cut in this version, but one of my favorites here from Arrow. Really cool. I really love those. Fun fact with these, with the Arrows, there was a fire, I guess, from what I hear. There was a fire, and they're not sure how many of those are actually running around. So there could be 100, there could be, I mean, I think there's more than that. It could be 1,000, could be 5,000, could be 500. I do know that the Zombie Flesh Eater Arrow window slipcover only has 500 made. Next is this. This was, as far as I know, this is the actual Italian cut of it, and it is the first 4K, I do believe, of Dawn of the Dead, aka Zombie in Italy. Here you got cards, you got the book. All in Italian, of course. This comes with 1 copy of the 4K. Of course, all region, all 4Ks are at this point. And you notice that the 4K is in the European. You also got a Blu-ray of the European. Full frame European. Blu-ray of the theatrical. And extras, and then extended version Blu-ray. The extended version is usually the one I watch, so I usually don't mess with it unless I got plenty of time to spend, because that thing is like long. I have written down on here exactly all the specifications, but I didn't bring it with me to do this here video, so you're not going to have that. That. Now, this is the Japanese cut. Everything, of course, written in Japanese. Yes, this side of the box really cool. Excuse the glare. Right there. Extended version, European version, theatrical version. Like I said, the Arrow one's the one we've seen that has a director's cut and theatrical cut, because the theatrical cut is the Romero director's cut. Here you got Blu-ray of the European, Blu-ray extended, Blu-ray theatrical. Like I said, this is the Japanese release, which was actually the first Blu-ray that I got of it after letting the Anchor Bay one go. Now, the very last one, of course, everybody knows what this is. This is the one everybody seemed, all the collectors seem to, they wanted to get the cut down versions of the second sight. Not me. I love Dawn of the Dead. I had to have the box, the big boy. No games being played when it comes to Dawn of the Dead. Resurrecting the Dead, or Dissecting the Dead, sorry about that. It's been a minute, loaded with a lot of good facts, nice art, behind the scenes pictures, and the whole story from behind the scenes. Nice hardback. This novelization, very, very cool as well. You're not going to get all that stuff in that cut down version, in what I call the red second sight version. This here, this is the entire soundtrack, the Goblin soundtrack, as well as what they call the Wolf Library compilation, which is of course the mall music. And then here you've got all the cuts, and every one of them on 4K. 4K, the theatrical cut, 4K, the original cut, special features, and 4K of the cans cut, which is the extended. There's also a fourth version. There's a fourth Japanese cut, and it's really streamlined. It's referred to as it's actually the Suspiria cut, because it's quickened up, got a lot of gore, in about, I don't know, 10 minutes shorter than the Romero director's cut. So anyway, that is my very first Compulsive Collector video. I'm doing some other stuff too, lots of my favorites. You're going to see I have many cuts of them. Many cuts of these movies. If I love the movie, it's one of my favorite movies, which Dawn of the Dead, of course, is. I'm going to have many cuts. Spread it all out here. Bring it up here. Going to have many cuts. Also, there's another couple of other things I'm going to be doing with the Compulsive Collector. I'm going to be doing media books, some Final Girl things, some stuff like that. But this is the one that I really wanted to do. I really want to show off all my different editions and make people understand that it's cool to double, triple, quadruple, multi-dip, however you want to look at it. It's cool to collect however you want. Collecting is an individual thing, kind of like, I don't know, kind of like religion. Whether you have religion, don't have religion, however you want to, relationship is with God, or whatever you believe in or don't believe in. It's an individual thing. Don't let somebody tell you how to do it. If somebody's on here and they're doing a collection video and they make it seem uncool to multi-dip, or to get, an updated, upgraded, better version of something, and then not flip your old ones, but you don't want to let go of the old ones, don't. That's an individual thing. And however it makes you happy to collect that way. Anyway, thank you for coming into episode 1. And thank you for joining your friendly neighborhood compulsive collector. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Like I say, it's been a minute for me. This is only my second video in, the last 3 weeks, and only my third one in the last 3 months. So I'm getting back into it. Thank you. Thank you very much for everybody coming back, checking me out, joining me. Have a great day, and don't ever forget, ever, that I am your compulsive collector. I am agoraphobe, and you absolutely are not. Thank you.